Hello everyone, this is Adnan Sheikh. So here we're gonna talk about the horror stories, experience of Zafar Sheikh, who is my elder bro and he's an actor as well. Please. Hello Zafar, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Long time bro, I miss you a lot.
Same here, likewise.
How's life in Dubai?
Very good.
Please tell the audience about it a bit.
First, it's very good to see you after a long time
Thank
and
you,
to have a
thanks.
podcast with you. I like the setup, this caterpillar, like bag. It's very lively, you know.
Obviously,
So much of
yeah.
exuberance in the house. It's like very good. I like it.
That's good.
I like it. We'll talk about the stories. We'll
Yeah,
tell
sure.
many things.
So Zafar, I want you to like speak in front of the public about your incident,
I will. Actually, I don't want to speak
because
up
people
much.
don't know that these things also exist in life.
There
So I
are-
just want you to speak in front of the audience, so they will also know how is it.
Actually, I don't want to go too much into public with all this because it's a bit private.
Okay.
It's not that easy for me to say it out in public, but though you're forcing me to do, I will do it because it all started because of you. You know that, right? And this I want to bring in the public first because it started because of you.
Okay.
So basically, it all started with our children's room,
Yeah.
which is in India, and basically that time we had a nephew. We still have him, of course, and he had a big toy car, which was very famous that point of time. So this guy sitting next to me, he's saying that there is certain noises that comes when he enters the room, and I was not there at that point of time, right? I was in London.
Yeah, you were in London.
So I was in London and I came back for holidays, and he was like, in this room, there's a toy car and it always makes noise when I enter the room. And it's like I was not believing in all this shit because it was not, I never faced it. But suddenly, then that night, he was insisting to me that let's go inside the room and I will show it to you. Me and my another brother, Azhar, we both said that let's go and face it. Let's see what he's saying. Is it whether true or wrong? False. And we went into the room, and this idiot, what he's doing, he's all of a sudden telling that whoever you are in the room, I want you to do something so that my brother believes that you really exist here. And suddenly, when he said this, the car started moving. That point of time, we just rushed out of the room and we went to different room, and I called everyone saying that this really something is spooky in the room. And we went there, and then it was a different scenario because again when we went next time, same thing was happening. When he said that,
Yeah.
it's happening and it's happening. Like he's saying that jo bhi hai tum room ke andar, just do some action so that these people believe me, because I've been telling them and they're not believing me. So once he said that again for the second time, same thing. The car just moved towards us, and we were like
It was
stunned.
shocking.
It was shocking. Fuck man, it was like, what we have to do now? It's done, and we ran away from there. From that day, we didn't go into the room. We locked the room for a while till the time I was in India. But this was really scary, and from that day, when this thing happened, that night I couldn't sleep it, properly, because when I went off to sleep, my room was just beside that room. So when I went off to sleep, suddenly I hear the car noise in the room, and that was very scary.
You still remember, huh?
I still remember every damn thing, because when I'm walking in the night when I woke up for water, I was passing through that passage,
Okay,
and
that
suddenly the
passage.
car is banging the door.
Okay.
As soon as I'm going, it's banging the door. That's the most scary part. That thing happened, and I couldn't sleep. I went off to sleep. In the morning, when I woke up, again, the room was locked. But when I was passing through the room, it was again banging the door. And now I started telling them that this is happening, and they are not believing me. It was the same thing reversed. When he was telling us and we were not believing, same thing happened with me. When I started telling them, they were not believing me. And this happened quite a while, and then I moved back. Then I went back to
Yeah.
London. When I London gaya, I was like, this rooms and everything is not there right now. What to do? But I was still remembering, and I was sharing with my friends in London ke mere saath aisa hua. There was a room, and the toy car was there, and there were many toys in the room, and my brother was facing some spirits or something. He was checking, and all of a sudden there was this sudden jerk I got in London.
Oh,
In London, I got a jerk.
What kind of joke?
I don't know, something, you see, now goosebumps I can still get. You
Okay.
see, there's still goosebumps I'm getting. You see? See? I'm telling you, this was very scary for me because
What happened exactly
I was
in
sharing
London?
with my friend in
Okay.
London, and all of a sudden, I get some jerk, like, you know, in my body.
Someone pushed you something kind of.
Like some like something unpleasant happened. I don't know what was that. I cannot explain that, but it happened, and this happened quite a while, and I was going through it for months, and I was not understanding what was happening. Like certain night I was sleeping, like, and suddenly someone pulling my blanket.
Oh, okay.
That happened because I was staying alone in the room. Of course, there was no family out there, and suddenly someone pulled my blanket. I shared it with my friend. I was staying with my close buddy Malay. I told him that this thing happened with me.
They might be laughing, I think. So.
He was laughing because he is a total, like, he doesn't believe in all this
Okay.
crap, you know. Because he said if something like this happened, he wants to go to all these places where, you know, he can meet spirits and all these things.
Okay.
So I told him this all things, you know, you don't believe, but this is happening with me in the house now. And he didn't believe for a while, and no one believes it till now. But I just wanted to share with you the experience, exactly what I went through. Then suddenly this goes on and on, and suddenly in the night, one time when I wake up, I see a lady sitting in front of me. A tall girl
Oh.
actually, not a lady. She was a very tall girl, very sleek, very beautiful,
Okay.
with all silver hair and
Seriously?
silver, yeah. And it was like she was beautiful,
Okay.
very beautiful. And I was thinking that one time I told her, "Who are you?" Like,
So where you saw her exactly?
actually, there was my room.
Okay.
It was a small room, not a big room, and there was a bed and everything. And in front of the bed there was a like small, like, not a cabinet, it was a wardrobe, like, but of not a proper. It was a cloth wardrobe, and there was a writing table, like a desk, a computer desk in next to it. And when I wake up in the night, like, for water, I see the girl sitting there and
Oh.
looking at me. Imagine what would have happened to me. I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm done. I couldn't, because I saw her and I couldn't react, because first instance I thought that who is she, because she was not looking at me in the first place. First she was sitting, so I saw and I went off to sleep, and then it made me realize that someone is sitting.
Okay.
When I see her again, she's looking at me.
Oh, seriously?
I am done. I'm telling you, it's like it was unimaginable, like, what's happening, and I couldn't run anyway. It's a small room. The door was there, and the desk was just next to the door, so I couldn't overpass her. So I
Was
wanted-
she looking like a normal person or how was she?
She was very beautiful.
Okay.
And I was thinking that how the girl entered my room first, but
Oh.
then I realized because she was sitting tall, you know, like she was like suppose we are sitting laid back like this
Okay.
on the table, we'll sit, but she was like this tall, like somewhere till here.
Okay.
And I was thinking,
Why you're looking small?
yeah, I was thinking, why was like, she's not normal, like she's tall lady, like she's tall girl. And I asked her,
Different makhluk, you can say, kind of.
it's a different she was very beautiful, looking like a normal lady, but her hair was like, but in London, you know, mostly I had girls friends, you know, they were having this silver hair extensions and all this thing.
Okay.
She was also having that hair extensions. But what happened when I asked her, like, who are you, like, what are you doing in my room? Because I knew somewhere that it's not normal for someone to come in my room, because I lock the room and sleep, and
Okay.
someone there, I cannot directly be scared and run away.
So did you talk to her or what
Yeah,
was it?
I started talking to her, because I said,
Okay.
if I get scared, it can be a problem. So I started talking to her. I told her, who are you, like, what are you doing in my room and all this thing. And she's like, I met you before. And I was like, you met me before, where?
In dreams, I think.
No, I was thinking, like, she met me before. I was just thinking that I have not met her, and even if I met her, how come she's in my room? Suddenly she says that I met you before again.
Okay.
And I'm like, see, again.
So what
man,
you were thinking at that
man, I'm telling you this. Fuck.
So what you were thinking at that time? What was your reaction?
I'm thinking that how she's met me, like, I've never met her before.
Okay.
So again I said, sorry, I never met you before. Like, no, she said, no, I met you before. I said, where? And she says, in India.
You are in London, but she met you in India.
She met me in India.
Okay.
Now this turned the game. I said, in India.
Okay.
Because she was very fair, and she was very like silver hair.
You haven't seen her before.
Yeah, it was not like an Indian girl. She
Okay.
was like not even a foreign, like British, or she was not a foreigner also. She was something else, you know.
Okay.
So I was thinking, I met her in India and I don't remember, that cannot be possible. So I asked her, where in India? What you're talking? She said, I met you in your house in India.
Oh, okay.
This got me.
Okay.
I said, met me in my house in India? I said, my house. She said, I met you in your house.
Okay.
I said, where? And now I know something is fishy because this
So she
is
said
not
you
happening.
that she met you in
She-
India.
In India, and that also in my house.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, where in my house? And she said that I met you in your room. I said, in my room? Then I said, which room? Like, where in my house? Which house did you meet me in? Because I have a different
Yeah,
house.
okay.
You know it better, of course. We have a different house, like a farmhouse, where we usually stay much. But she said, I met you in your this house, and I was like, okay. And she said, you remember the door banging? It was me.
Seriously?
It was me who wanted to come to you, and you locked the room for a while till you were there, and you didn't come. And you came into the room when first time you came into the room with your brother Adna. Like, you were not believing this one.
Okay.
Okay. And then when I showed, I liked you when you came in the room. I liked you and I wanted to be with you. I wanted to talk to you. I said, what nonsense she's talking? Why is she talking all the bullshit?
But how she knows about India, and also you might have think something. is
She
fishy.
said that when you came into the room with your
Yeah.
brother, you were not believing it.
Yeah.
And then I gave you a signal. I wanted to show because it hit me very bad because I exist and you've not believed in me. So after for 2 days, I was just behind the door waiting for you. You didn't come.
What was her name, by the way? She talked to you something?
That is the thing that I'll keep it for the last
Okay,
because
okay.
this was the most scary part for me because
Okay.
she's saying that I met you in the room. I was waiting for you for 2 to 3 days. I banged. I was doing that. I said, "Were you the like?" I asked her, "Were you the one who was banging the door?" She said, "Yeah, it was me. It was not the car."
Oh.
Imagine, it was not the car. She was banging the door. But the
Seriously?
noise was of the car, but she was banging the door. And I was like, okay. So I couldn't react. I was shit scared. I said, how can I get out of the room? Because it was not possible for anyone to stay. I'm
Okay.
talking to someone who is now what we were thinking, what words you said to me. It all came into a reality.
Okay, because of her.
Because of her, no, because she's a ghost. She was
Oh,
a
okay,
spirit.
that-
She was
okay.
something. She's something
So
else.
she followed you from India to London.
She's followed me from India to London,
Okay.
and it's like I'll just tell you.
Okay.
That's what I want. Like, you know it. I've told you before, but I just wanted to go into public.
The
a bit.
audience also you have to see.
Not much, but I'll tell you a bit. Like then, so she said that it was me who was banging the door. I wanted to meet you, and I couldn't meet you, and you left here, and I'm here to meet you. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
So every every 15 days, she's coming, she's talking to me. Every 15 days, she's coming, she's talking to me. I'm thinking that this is some hallucination or, it's not real. But no, it was all real. Because every 10 to 15 days, she was coming, sitting on the same table, and she was talking to me. I'm telling you this all stories to my friends, and they are not believing me that this thing really happening with me. And 15 days, it took me around, not 15 days, like every 15 days she was coming, but it took me around 3 months. After 3 months, it was regular for her. She's with me in my room every day. I couldn't sleep. I
A
was
certain time that she
there's
was
no
meeting
time.
you or how
There's
was
no
it?
time. In the night when I wake up, she's sitting there and just
Okay.
staring at me. Imagine how I
Scary,
would
I
have.
think.
Very scary. I couldn't sleep, and I'm telling this to my friend. There is someone sitting here.
But they are not able to see her.
No, one time what happened? There was a party in my house. There was a party, and everyone was like high
Okay.
on. They were high. In couple of things. They were having beer or whatever
Okay.
drinks and stuff. So it was a bungalow we were staying in London. So it was 3 rooms. So my room was on the ground floor.
Okay.
So it was like a living room they used to use. People, because it was party. I wanted to open my room because it was on the
Yeah.
ground floor. So they came and they were sitting in my place and they were chilling and everyone was high. Suddenly the time was around 4 or 5 o'clock in like early morning. It was about to get morning, like 4 o'clock or 4 or 4:30 something. And when I came in the room from outside,
After
because
the party is done.
no, it was party was on. People
Okay.
were there in the room. I come out from the other room. I went out to have something, and I came inside the room, and I see her. She's sitting on the same bench, same table.
Oh.
I'm saying my friends, look, she's there. She's like, no one is there. What you're talking? Because I was telling Malay.
But only you can see her.
Only I can see her. Malay, I'm
Oh.
telling that she's there. You see her now.
Okay.
And she's like, no, where? What crap?
Nobody's able to see her.
I'm drunk and you are behaving like you are drunk. I said, no, brother, I'm telling you, she's sitting there. See, she's smiling at me. And he's like, he cannot see it. And I don't know what to do. It went for 3 months, 4 months, and then it became very normal for me because she was not harming me.
Okay, that's
She was a good lady.
Yeah.
And then something really strange happened. I have been traveling to places with her.
Seriously?
I've traveled
Where?
Barcelona. I have traveled Portugal.
Okay.
I've traveled Lisbon.
So she was with you, or like,
She-
or only at night time you were able to see her? What was it?
I'm traveling with her. Like I traveled to places with her, and I know all these places. I've been there with her, and it's like for me, for people, it's like they have to go personally to that place. You know, they have to fly in the plane and stuff. For me, I go with her. I don't have to do anything. It's that simple for me. I know it's hard to believe, but I've gone.
Okay.
If you ask me about the place, I've gone there. In Barcelona, there was a place called Badalona.
Okay.
She took me there, and there was a small castle over there. She took me there, and she took me to a place called Alhambra Palace. There's a big palace over there. It's big. She took me there. I've been to places. She took me all around, and she said I used to stay there. I used to fly here, and she's telling me stories, and I'm just listening to her. Nothing,
Okay.
because she was not harming me, and I was listening to her, and she's very kind. She's been nice. You know, she didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's the
That's the
you are
main-
safe. That means.
I'm safe,
Yeah.
and the most important thing, she's still with me.
Seriously?
I'm staying with her.
You sure?
I'm sure. I still stay with her. She's very, very good. She's not here today.
Okay.
She's
That's
not
what I
here.
was thinking.
She's not here today. Maybe I stay for some time long. She might come, but she's not there now, and she's there. She's very kind. She's very, very nice, and she's different. She's not normal. It's not easy to stay with someone who is not from this world.
The main thing.
She's so beautiful.
Like,
She's like
the
our-
audience also wants to hear from you. Is what's her name?
Her name.
That's the thing.
Her name is Atul Algam. It's like
Atul Algam.
Atul Algam.
Something new.
This
Never
is-
heard before.
I'm telling you, she's like
Atul Algam.
She's new. She is new, and she's very beautiful. She is very charming, and you can make out like from her name. Atul Algam is not a normal name.
It's not a normal name, obviously.
Yeah,
That's why.
And it's her name, and I didn't ask her, but I know it's a bit of strange name, but this is.
So what's the meaning? Did she told you
I
something,
never
or like
asked
what
her,
is
and I
it?
don't want to ask her anything because
Okay.
it's her life, it's her thing.
Okay.
Like just she's been kind and she stays with me, you know. It's like good, like no problem as such for me. She's been kind, so it's good. If she's creating problem, then it might be a problem, you know. But God has been kind, Allah has been kind, so I'm fine with it. But I stay with someone out of the world. That's not a normal human.
Lucky
being.
person, I can say.
Not a normal human being, and that's why things started becoming, you know, by God's grace, things started becoming good, and you know, it's a different story. That's a different story, but it's a very unique thing, and at the same time, it's not easy to stay with some fairy or a
Fairy?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can call her fairy because she's tall, like silver hair,
Beautiful also.
very beautiful, and it's like
In London, you
and
have
she
seen
takes
lots of
me around.
girls. So
and
was she different or? Like?
She's taking me around the world. I don't have to pay for visa. I don't have to pay for flight tickets. I don't have to pay for anything.
Oh really?
If you tell me that, if you tell me a place to go,
Okay.
and you ask me next time, probably that night I will travel with her and come back, and I will tell you everything that you ask me about the place.
Seriously?
I can challenge you on that. Yeah, because if I tell her that take me around, I need to go to this place, and she's like, okay, come. And I don't know how I reached there. Somewhere in the dreams or wherever I am, I don't know. That's something not real, what I'm facing. I go and it's like I'm out of the world. It's like that. But I'm facing that. And it's like, I'm blessed to have something which is not other people are having. So it's nice, I enjoy that.
That's a good thing. You are lucky, man. I'll say. I don't know what's exactly like.
You will not believe
yeah.
it's something else, but I stay with
Because
her.
you can see her only. That means
But
it's
I
something
yes,
different.
Yeah, I stay with a fairy. I stay with a fairy.
It was pleasure meeting you, Mr. Zafar Sheikh.
Very nice to see you.
And I
Very
would
nice
like
to
to
come.
meet Atul Algam for sure.
Not so easy, man. Not so easy.
Okay.
It's not easy.